Welcome to the presentation on rural marketing. In this unit, we will be discussing about meaning of rural marketing, profile of Indian rural market, features of Indian rural market, rural marketing strategies, rural market needs, and also ICT initiatives in agricultural marketing. Let us start with defining the term rural marketing. Rural marketing actually facilitates flow of goods and services from producers to urban consumers, and also agricultural inputs and consumer goods from urban area to rural area. So let us try to have an understanding about profile of Indian rural market. You know very well that rural consumers are mostly farmers, and their income receipts are dependent on the vagaries of monsoon and nature. If there is good rain, they get good money. If there is no, they are just suffering. And we need to understand a changing scenario. 2/3 of India's 120 crore population still lives in rural India. And we could also see a sea change in the business environment of rural scenario. And we could also see better infrastructural facilities like road, transportation, telecommunication, banking, and almost Indian rural villages are like urban sector. We should also observe a changing scenario like growing number of consumers with higher disposable income, maybe because of their access to urban areas. We could also see a consumption pattern, change in the consumption pattern. 1/3 of fast moving consumer goods and consumer durables are sold in rural markets. So very interesting profile which we have it currently before the marketers for rural sector. And we should also understand three important features of Indian rural market. Number one is heterogeneity. What actually it means? It means that we are different in different dimensions. In the sense we have social structures, you have a caste, color, creed, or religions, and also you have differences in your geographical location and also in annual income. Annual income in the sense, if you see, annual income depends purely on agricultural operation. It is also seasonal. When you say seasonal, it may generate or it may not generate. That is the condition which is prevailing. However, we have an advantage position of late since we adopted market-led extension activities. And also we should understand the rural people are going for purchasing any products and collective decision making process. If you want to buy a product, naturally that fellow goes and consult with a neighbor or an opinion maker. A person should invariably think of consulting an opinion maker before going for purchasing it. So this is the condition which is prevailing. So what you have to do? As a manufacturer, as a producer, as a person who is marketing some products, what you have to do? First you have to think about the product. The product should be in line with the culture, tradition of that particular segment. And also when you are going for pricing a product, pricing should invariably considering the price sensitive attitude, behavior of the rural consumers. And we should also think that rural people will not get convinced ordinarily. They should also get it convinced only through personal sales, and you should appoint a personal salesman to convince such people, and you can sell it through different methods. You can carry your products through vans, or you can sell it at the mandi or weekly mandis or melas or agricultural exhibitions. And when comes promotion, you should think about rural media. Folk media is an important aspect, cultural aspect of our society. You can use festivals, you can use magic shows, you can use skits or folk dances. All these folk arts will kindle the emotions of rural consumers, and they will get emotional attachment with the product when you are just displaying or informing the product features through these folk yards. So I advise you to think about folk yards usage for promoting your products. Having said about these rural marketing strategies, let us try to have an understanding about the rural market needs. What actually rural people are badly in need of it. Let us talk about the design. When you are designing a product, it should be in line with their cultural background. And you should also be sturdy enough. They should be in a position to utilize this product forever. They don't want to just use and throw it out. And when comes to brand name, you should think about the cultural aspects. Logo should also be in line with the cultural traditions of the people. And color even, you have to think about that one. When comes the product size, it should be small and it should be reusable with reusable packaging. So that's how we have to think about the needs of the rural market. In addition to that, you should also adopt innovative and extensive distributive strategies. It's not, you cannot just adopt what is going on in other countries or what is going on in urban area. You should evolve your own methodology, and you should also market your products with development mechanism, in the sense education and information is warranted. You cannot simply just try your product with the rural markets. It should be based on educational process, and also you should see that you are using the local language for promoting your products, and you should take into confidence, as I said earlier, appointing or convincing the opinion leaders. So all these things are all, including the price sensitivity, will help you to market your product well in the rural areas. So the next important aspects which I would like to talk to you is that you know very well that information communication technology is playing a vital role of late in the economy of our nation, particularly in the rural areas. Also, people started reading newspapers, magazines, government bulletins are in circulation, and also everyone is using radio and viewing television. Internet is playing a vital role, and we cannot just say that rural people are not having access to internet. They have access to internet, and we should see that we are utilizing internet in the local languages so that we can reach well. So friends, what for we can use these ICT applications, and how could we just use this one? Do we have applications in all areas? Yeah, you cannot just deny that one. We can just use it in supply chain management, where products are just flowing from one place to another place, where you are just trying to transfer your logistics, and where you can just transact. Hitherto we were doing business on the spot by giving cash. Now it is not the time. We have to use cards. We are just replacing paper currency with cards. So that is the era in which we are living. Transaction can be done through ICT mode, and also we can create a market for rural producers, and also people can just create a market in the rural areas as well. And very interestingly, we started using information on pricing, and farmers badly in need of pricing information. Farmers needs creativity. Farmers needs where the product could be sold. So friends, you should just teach them how to discover price, where they can find market. Such things is possible through ICT application. Let me go to the next important aspect which you should have a better understanding. That is novel attempts. You know very well that multi-commodity exchange is conducting e-procurement. Very interestingly, it goes well in almost all packets. And also we have a very interesting example in Vandanmedu of Kerala. Cardamom procurement takes place on e-action. It gives transparency, and also we should understand that e-marketing is taking place through ITC Chopal. This is a very interesting network from farmer to the end user, and it is a best model which we have it. And also we have just e-governance in Kerala, which is implemented through Akshaya. Akshaya, in the sense, it is a public-private partnership model. You can apply for your ration card, you can apply for your Aadhaar card, you can just pay your money, any taxes, and you can also go for paying university fees even at the Akshaya Center. So friends, I would like to quote a very interesting example of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, which is going for e-Velanmai scheme, and a scientist is having a very good link with the farmers. Farmers can just report their problems to the scientists, and scientists can give good solutions to the farmers, and this takes place wonderfully good. I witnessed it and I appreciate this one. Friends, having said about these things, who are all involved in this ICT mechanism? Central government is taking initiative, state government is taking initiative, universities are taking initiative, Krishi Vigyan Kendras are taking initiative, non-governmental organizations are taking initiative, almost all private firms where they want to have their footprints in rural areas are also going for such initiatives. This works good and we need to utilize this one. So friends, rural market is in abundance. Those who wants to market their products can get into that market. Those who wants to find solutions for their products, they can just get into the market. So far we were just neglecting the bottom of the pyramid, but bottom of the pyramid, as C.K. Prahalad has said, we have got a good potential. This potential has to be utilized if you want to really thrive in the market, if you want to really market your products, and if you want to sustain in the market, try to explore the potential available in the rural market. Having said this one, rural marketing is picking up well and it has had a new dimension. You can very easily market your products and you can also bring products to the urban area, and think about on that line and see that you are just upgrading yourself and trying to do better things to the society. Thank you for your patience hearing. Thank you very much.